I want somebody to tell me, what's the very first step to making change happen?
Recognize there is change.
What did you say over here in the striped shirt? Yourself, okay, close. Somebody saying recognize, go ahead.
Believe.
Believe, okay, it's something, it's a little bit, go ahead in the back.
You gotta accept it first.
Okay, you have to accept what? Because you're on the right track. What do you have to accept?
You gotta
First step to change. It's getting fed up. That's the first step. It's getting fed up. If you say you want a better life, it comes down to what are you doing about it? That's what I'm going to come to next. What are you doing about it? Are you working for that better life? So that's what I want to ask now. How many of you, I saw everybody raise your hand and said you want a better life. Let's keep it real with each other. How many of us are working toward that better life? Okay, all right, I want to hear what people are doing. Let me hear from you, brother over here in the maroon shirt. Tell me your name, please. Okay, Fred. All right. So, Fred, what do you feel like you are doing to have a better life?
Focusing more on exiting people out of my life that don't need to be there.
Okay. Well, that's a whole, we're going to get to that. I have a whole chapter in my book on haters. We're going to get to that. All right, so you exiting people out your life, because that's true. If you hanging with the wrong crowd, you're not going to get where you want to be. I don't know how many people heard this. Find somebody going where you're going, and you'll get there twice as fast. It changes. People will come up to me after speaking engagement, at least one person each time, and will say, oh, Darrell, I love what you said. I want to go to college, but I don't have any money. So I say, okay, well, that's where I was. What are you doing? Well, I don't have any money. Are you applying for scholarships? But I don't really have any money. Nothing changes if nothing changes. That's the difference between faith and fear. Faith will tell you to keep going. Fear asks questions. Faith says move. Faith says go and apply for the scholarships. That's what faith says. Fear says you ain't got the money for that. That's what fear will tell you. Fear will keep you stuck right where you are. That's what fear will do. How many of you have ever met people, older people, who are just so cynical and pessimistic? How many of you met people like that? I know I'm not the only one. Some of us have a few of them in our families, unfortunately. And it comes with, it masks with, oh, I'm just keeping it real with you, or I'm just telling you what the reality is. But that's fear. Some people have allowed so much fear to take over their lives, because this is how fear comes. It comes as statistics. It comes real subtly. It comes as statistics. It comes in the form of numbers and surveys and telling you, well, because you're from this neighborhood, this is how you're supposed to turn out. And before you know it, fear takes piece by piece of you, and all you have left is fear. I want you to know this. Faith will take your life to a whole nother level. When I got all those rejections and I wanted to write this book, you know what fear said? Fear said, you're too young. That's what fear told me. Fear said, you are too young and nobody's going to read it. Nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to publish it. But you know what faith said? Faith said, Darrell, somebody else needs to hear this story. That's what faith said. Faith said, Darrell, somebody else is going through the same thing you're going through. You need to write this for them. I've seen people, see, sometimes you got to be a little bit, you know, people call it off, but that's what faith is. It's audacious. I knew people who did not have money to go to school, but they said, you know what, I got the acceptance letter, I'm getting on the bus and I'm going down there. How many of y'all knew people that did that? I know I'm not the only one. I know people who did that, and they actually found their way to a scholarship because they got down there and they got on the phone with somebody, or they knocked on somebody's door. But that wouldn't have happened if they let that fear keep them stuck.